Go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He will wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting of his name. Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hare Bo, Hare Bo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you're born. Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Yashamati Nandana, Rajapana. Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Jehovah Adonai, yes, a keys to Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Caitanya Asura Gunasha, Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Al-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Rahim, As-Salam, Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Shri-Radha-Rama, Vrindavanam-Natama, Hare Bo, Hare Bo. Hare Elohim, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo,
So what's it going to take to get that rascal back here? Hey, some great songs, man. Amazing, man.
We got to do like what you said in my class, Gora Harry. We've got to chase them like Aveta Charya and Nityananda. We got to
Yeah,
chase
yeah.
them, like in
Yeah,
that
chase
pastime.
those guys, man. Yeah, chase
Got to
those
chase
guys,
them.
man. Everybody, I'm after these Narayan. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get them, man. I vow to take
Invitations
them
don't
down.
work. Invitations don't work. Got to chase them. That's it. Chase them, Lalita. Chase them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was listening to this morning's class. It's fantastic, man. Unbelievable. Again, I listened to the whole damn
Oh,
thing. I don't know how to do this. It's so fascinating. It's like I'm watching an art piece. Unbelievable. Man. Just all these things. Boom, 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 you know.
I've got that to look forward to because I didn't catch the whole class, so I caught bits of it. So
Oh, it's
I'm gonna
great.
look forward to that.
Yeah, I couldn't give it. It's like every time I get on one of these, and I start to see why Lolita likes them. You know, because I sit there, listen, I can't stop. I just want. It's so interesting. It's like, what's he gonna say next? What's he gonna say? I mean, it's fabulous. Especially we got all this beautiful stuff now. You know, it's so relevant. It's so perfect, man. You know, they're all working. They had 50 years to do the hard path. You know. And now we just come and say, hey, man, you know, you can relax. Just come here. You know, this is the real thing, you know? Yeah. So actually, I'll just start reading just for the heck of it here. Yeah, I'll just continue reading where we left off here. Um, yeah, this is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, chapter 8. So I offer text one, and I'll skip around a little bit. I offer my respects to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose desire I have become like a dancing dog, and suddenly taken to the writing of Chaitanya Charitamrita, although I am a fool. See, they never claim their glories, do they? Hey, hey there. Hey there, baby. Where's the red lipstick? What happened? The gals all have to follow the regulative principle of red lipstick. We don't do Ekadasis, we do red lipsticks. Even Govinda has to put it on.
Maharaj, can you hear me, Maharaj?
Yes, I hear you good. We don't do Ekadasis, we do red lipsticks.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me, Maharaj. Yeah.
Yes, I hear you good.
I don't like to wear it because I'm always rubbing my face.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like
It gets
this.
all over your face.
It's gonna be like this all over the.
I don't like to wear it because I'm always rubbing my face. Yeah, try some nail polish. Red nail polish. It may stay on longer. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Um, yeah, yeah. By whose desire I have become like a dancing dog. See, so it's the desire of the Lord. You know, it's the devotees, they get inspired by the desire of the Lord. Isn't that amazing? The Lord's desire inspires them. That's a devotee. You can see it in the book. You know, if you're a devotee, you can see this is the desire of the Lord. Wow, this is so inspiring. You know, but you can't see it if you're not a devotee. See, he became like a dancing dog. Jesus also like a dancing dog, although he was a carpenter. See, he looked in the scriptures. He saw the desire of the Lord and became like a dancing, and just wanted to sing those glories. Yeah, it's a dancing dog. And so a preacher is like that too. They see in the scriptures, They want to enunciate these things, just like Prabhupada wanted to write these things down. Here is another good one, man. How can we? They're just getting better and better and better, man. I think I'm getting good at this flute playing. You know, it takes a while to practice. You know, you got to practice playing the flute. You know. That's right. I'm doing it there, Krishna. I'm not the flute. I'm the flautist. No, I'm not. No, you're not. You're just my flute. Shut up and blow. You be quiet back there. Let's have a moment of silence. So, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gaur Chandra. I also offer my respectful obeisances unto Nityananda Prabhu, who is always joyful. Now, everybody should ask the question, why is that? Why is Nityananda always joyful? What's that about? Let's do the more bigger thing. I'll put you on bigger. Yeah, Nityananda Prabhu is always joyful. Why? You know why? As he's going like this, Nimai Pandit of Nadia is oh my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Now, how can a devotee not be joyful chanting that mantra? Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. And Nimai Pandit of Nadia is thinking, hey, any devotee that chants like that, they're my master, man. Now that's don't why doesn't anybody want a spiritual master like that? Where they call Nimai Pandit of Nadia. And the Lord says, well, I gotta come, man. The person called me. He's my they're my master. Now, isn't that a spiritual man? Why can't we just take these scriptures as they are? Spiritual master means somebody who's mastered the supreme spirit, right? What is the problem? Can you call that supreme master and does he come? Oh yeah, yeah, of course, yes, yes. Don't you see how nice I'm dressed? He comes, don't you see? Don't you see my tilak? Don't you see I follow Ekadasi regularly? I've done this for 40 years. Of course he comes. You see, it says in the scriptures, that if you do that, you're going back to Godhead. Yeah, and yeah, I'm a spiritual master. I never missed an Ekadasi, and Goar, he misses them all. He doesn't even remember when they are. He can't be a spiritual master. Don't you see we're the real gurus, man? Don't you see our stamps? See, we all got together in a GBC meeting and we just proclaimed. We need a guru. We proclaim you, guru. Okay. See, people don't have the right standard. What's the right standard? Spiritual master, masters. Okay, what's the proof? What's the real proof that a person's a spiritual master? Well, they chant the Maha Mantra. Isn't that the main thing? Hare Krishna movement, the Sankirtan movement. See, it gets you moving, man. See, so yeah, if you chant the holy name, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and tears come to your eyes, choking in the voice, you've attained life's ultimate goal. Go, Ari. What's the proof of that? What is the proof of that? Oh, chapter 23. When a person has developed not just bhav, prema. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they cry, they choke up, hair stand on end, and variety blow their nose. That's what not listed, but it's there. You know. Call out. Conclusive is more conclusive than 1,000 Acharya Devs. Not the real Acharya Devs, but the ones in name only. The one with the paper degrees. That we crumple up and put it in a basket, man. Right? See, we got it's so amazing. It's so simple. If people come here, it'd be so doggone simple for them. A spiritual master, they call Krishna, and Krishna says, "This is my master here." Isn't that what they teach in the Vedas? Isn't that what the crux of our thing is? That's why it's so difficult to get Krishna, to conquer Krishna. Ooh, oh no. Uh oh. Uh oh. My master is here. Uh oh. I'm in trouble now. Hello, darling. How are you today? She's a friend of Krishna. You got to watch out for people that have Krishna as their friend and beloved and child. Disciplining, protecting Krishna. Lord Chaitanya. Yeah. Yeah, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. They call and the Lord comes, and the proof are the symptoms. See, like this. Otherwise, you can cheat neophytes and you can cheat yourself, but you can't cheat the conclusive truth. Isn't that amazing? Huh, Lalita? You can't cheat the conclusive truth, man. And you can't cheat those. See, that conclusive truth is in my hand. That's my wealth, man. That's my hammer. That's my club. That's my sword. That's my Sudarshan chakra. The Lord gave it to me. It's a gift. Gave it as a gift, to use at my discretion. You guys got no chance now. Sorry. Might as well why don't you just surrender now? ISKCON, put your head here. Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Smitis. All you guys, just come here. Surrender now. Make it easy for yourself. Or are we going to do it the hard way? Do I have to give these classes every day? How much poison is in there, man? How many times do you want to spit on me? I kind of like it, man. It's kind of like Maria's dog. Come in the door. She even admits it's the stupidest dog in the world, but it's so cute. It's cute in its stupidity. It jumps. That dog's going back to Godhead, right, Maria? We love that dog. Don't tell. He's by the fan. I know. He's by the fan. Oh, he's right there, licking your leg, right? Giving you a bath. So that's really it, man. It's so simple. I just love it. It gets better and better. It gets more and more simple every day. You need a bona fide spiritual master to go back to Godhead in this life. If you want to take a few lives, or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, go get those that don't represent. They're not residents of Vrindavan. They don't call Krishna, and Krishna doesn't come, and Radha doesn't come. Get one of those for a few lifetimes. That's okay. I have no problem with that. But if you want to go back to God, just come here and I'll just tell you this pure and simple, conclusive truth. And I think I can convince even a retard. It's so simple. Just bring your Fanny here. We have a great witness here. Fanny. Right? Great witness. She teaches the essence. Just sit your Fanny down. The talks here and listen to the pure and simple truth, and we just knock the heck out of the Putana demon obstacle, right? We just smash it. The Trinavartic whirlwind speculation demon that's sitting on the thrones over there. The Putanas are up there, all the kings and queens that Kamsa had, and we just knock them down. You come here, we just knock them down, just like bowling ball pins. Just take the conclusive truth, and roll it down the alley. You ever see bowling? It's an American thing, right? You just kind of throw the ball down there, and all the pins are up there. You got the Putana goes over this way, Trinavarta. We just knock them all down, man. Just one class, man. The stubbornness, the stubborn donkey demon. What is it? Go on, boom. Knock them all down. Pure and simple truth. Nothing complicated. And okay, next next verse. Yeah. I mean, this is one of these chapters I really like. This is one of these chapters I really like. I'm sorry I can't unmute you because you have to unmute yourself. I can't mute anybody. It doesn't give me the power to do that, so you have to figure it out yourself. Yeah. 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 So these chapters are so relishable. There's so much in there. Usually in one verse is the whole path of Srimad Bhagavatam and Gita and everything. The whole path of deliverance is in one verse. Yeah. That's just kind of how it is. Um, so let me offer my respectful obeisances to Srivas Thakur and all the other devotees of the Lord. I fall down, offer them respect. I worship their lotus feet. Okay? And that's it. There we go. That's the essence of every verse is just the essence of the truth. If you can do that, thing is, the reason why people can't do this is they can't tell who actually is a Srivas Thakur representative. In the Panchatattva, he was a spiritual master representative. He was that part, representing spiritual man. And why it's so important here, because when you're ready to be delivered and you're ready to go by the book, the postgraduate deliverance, see, Prabhupada even said, Chaitanya Charitamrita is postgraduate. I'm not really delivering you yet. I'm just bringing the foundation first. And then you're going to learn the postgraduate course, which we're teaching right now, this very second. See, this is what you learn from the bona fide spiritual master, how to fall down at the feet of all of these great devotees without hypocrisy, without pretense. Because you don't fall down at the feet of dakshas and do that too. That's watering things down. Isn't it? Didn't Shiva teach them that? He got those millions of demigods to fall down at the feet of Lord Shiva. See, that gives you entrance into the eternal realm. I'm here to give people entrance into the eternal realm by conclusive understanding of absolute truth. See? Lalita and Johan, they can handle the ecstasy part. I handle the hammer part. Yeah. I fall down and worship their feet. See, only pure devotees like that are empowered by the spiritual potency. That's the secret. See, there's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita that says, one should neither praise nor condemn the material modes of nature, passion, ignorance, or goodness. See, you shouldn't praise anybody even that identifies with the mode of goodness. They're not really praiseworthy. Why? Because it's a mode of nature. If you do that, you're part of the conditioned souls in the universe. They're praising, the things in the mode of goodness and those who are part of that good energy. But it's not exactly real, is it? It's a covering to the soul. See, that's why, devotees awaken. Remember, I was talking this morning, devotees begin to awaken. If you're a real devotee, as soon as you're in touch, a real devotee with real bhakti, even if you're in touch with the Bible, even if you're in touch with the Srimad Bhagavatam or Gita, you may awaken. See? And especially if you're in touch with the real devotee. That's why you see some people come here and because they're devotees, they just bring it through. And they just, as soon as they make contact with a devotee, who is a real devotee. See, with real devotion. Now that's where the real guru teaches you about this. Not mixing. And what is this? This is idolatry to worship mundane people. Most of these gurus, and the truth is, they're not really devotees yet. They can't recognize the devotees in this sangha, and we're here to get that recognition of what is real devotee here. Otherwise, they don't go back, and their followers don't back. We got some work to do here. And that's just a fact of life, man. They don't know what is real devotion. It's just all in name only, pretense, rare raganuga bhaktis, purebhakti.com, without any purebhakti.com. But we can teach Gohari. We're his teachers. Oh, and their teacher, they're bogus and all that. And we know the minds of the acharyas, but they don't know the heart of the acharyas. Therefore, they don't know the mind of the acharyas, really, do they? You got to know the heart. I'm here to bring the heart of the acharyas here make their hearts like that. Then they can appreciate our classes and the writings and the preachings here. Otherwise, look how they respond. You know why I poo-poo the Narayan Raj group? You're just a bunch of puffed up pipsqueaks. I can't believe it. They can't understand anything. These beautiful things that the Lord is actually channeling for them to read. You guys are going to appreciate because you're purified, right? Because you're real devotees with real devotion. And can you imagine, River? They read these things and look how they react. But we're illustrious Narayan Raj followers of pure bhakti not coming. I mean, I just hear, isn't that the truth? Come on, man. I'm tired of looking at hypocrisies. I'm tired of people, coming up and say they represent Vrindavan and Radhe, but got no Radhe. Where's the Radhe part there, for God's sake? I got it. Radhe, quack, quack. Radhe, quack, quack. Parrot routine. No, that's not the Radhe one. I like the Radhe that River and Lalita and Johan. That Radhe. Yeah, that's but we're purebhakti.com. What am I supposed to respect that? What? Respect hypocrisy? I'm here with the hammer. I don't know. I get more excited every day the more I get like this. I don't know. I get more energy. You guys get more energy too. You get worse than me. I mean, after a while, it's ludicrous. I mean, even in the world, people, even on that level where, the demons are being found out, the globalists are being poo-pooed now. That's why, why, I'll tell you why they were doing this genocide. They want to get rid of people so fast before they see their stupid game. Really, I'm telling you the truth, man. They want to get you to shine, get enough of that poison, you get rid of you before you find them out. They're such liars and cheaters, isn't that? They want to get rid of you before you find out their game, but they're not with you. Somehow or other people are coming and seeing. Look at they got that guy out of the Boris out of the thing, that globalist. Boris, man, bullshit. See, Boris, bullshitter. Oh yeah, Boris came said we're gonna do the what do you call? I'm for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He ain't for anybody, is he? He said, "Oh, I promise I'm for the workers and all that." And he becomes a globalist. They pay him off and fly him here and there. He kisses their ass now and now. They get see the Lord. This is, I think it's because of our worship, because of our no bullshit worship. I think the Lord is listening. Look at the farmers over there in your sector of the thing over there near Belgium area. Farmers are out there in a thing. Hey, you guys, we get rid of these guys, man, telling us that our cows can't fart anymore. We got to get rid of our cows because they fart too much. And they go, what is this crazy shit, man? I mean, people getting tired, and that Fauci gives a speech and says it's time that the that these false narratives about me, and everything he's saying is the false narrative. It's like, oh my, people are starting with it. Say, the guy's fucking nuts. These guys, crazy. And I'm seeing these guys on the throne. These guys are ridiculous, man. Get off the friggin' throne, for God's sake. That place, Prabhupada always said that, the Vajrayana San is for those who have realized God. The resident of Vrindavan, Guru is one who has realized God. Otherwise, they cannot help you very well. It's time to realize that. They can't help you very well. You need Uttamadikari, man. Person that is empowered by Krishna to deliver you. And we prove it every day here. People are being delivered left and right. So it's time to stop messing around here now. There's not much time. There's all this bullshit going on. Your gurus are already telling you to go, trying to get rid of you. So anyway, it's a conclusive truth that'll save you. If anybody just believe, you can check everything I say. It's right there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the essence. This is why Prabhupada was so happy when I began teaching this to others. He said, "Yeah, this has my full approval. You do more of that," because he knew what was in there, and he knew this was the time. Yeah. If you understand these very simple principles, you come into this association, and you'll start chanting, and you start having taste. You'll have experiences like Fanny and others here. You will feel what is spiritual. Everything in that book will come true for you, like it does for many of us. Yeah, because you're in touch with the real path and the real teacher of the path, man. Yeah. The real teacher of the path exposes all the lies and all of that stuff, isn't it? I expose even the Narayan Raj thing. Everybody thinks that is the highest thing on the planet, practically. And they're trying to convince the ISKCON devotees that that's the highest thing. I say that is nothing much. Oh, that's still not it. No, this is it right here. The Lord's working here to deliver people. And that's a fact. People are already getting delivered here, man. So you might as well just accept the facts of life, and just go back to Godhead in this life. If you don't, the boat, you may miss it. See, they missed it back then also with Lord Caitanya. They were doing exactly what they were doing now. They were more concerned with their own activities and not the movement that the Lord, the transcendental potency was here in the form of Lord Caitanya and his devotees. And they just kept giving their Bhagavatam classes like ISKCON and Gaudiya Smiti, Gaudiya Math, kept doing their rituals like ISKCON, Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Smiti. And Lord Caitanya is in ecstasy. His devotees are in ecstasy, like Gohari and his friends are in ecstasy. The same thing. This is just hey man, if you're not doomed to repeat that if you understand history, and I'm the history teacher here. Do you see the professorship here? Do you see that hat? By the way, if this seems heavy, sometimes you got to be, you got to free the captives. You got to put on a serious hat. See, I got a crow just landed here saying, "Yeah, you teach the crows." That ain't good enough. People think, how can you go, against the Narayan Raj groups and ISKCON groups? They're good people. They're good people. But I'm telling you the conclusive truth. That ain't good enough for Lord Caitanya. That ain't even good enough for Jesus. St. Paul used the same preaching. Your goodness is filthy rags before that Lord, that transcendently pure Lord, the spotlessly pure one. Filthy rags. Get that brahmachari. See, Lord Chaitanya, same thing. Always the same preaching. Gaurari. All I do is I remind you of the truth that you've forgotten. You think, well, go on, Narayan Raj is good and he's good. Yeah, he's good, but not good enough, man. Not good enough. Devananda Pandit was not good enough. Devananda Pandit, nice, good, like a Narayan Raj preacher. Very good person, faster, brahmachari, no sex, no this, no that. And the Lord said, let me rip up you. You were disrespectful to a ecstatic devotee, which represents the real spiritual potency in the world, that rare devotee, Srivas, and you let them disrespect, throw them out of your class. Oh, you don't think the same thing has happened here? Gore, let me steal a couple of your disciples and reinitiate them. What do you don't think that's a Devananda Pandit trip or what? What, we're not bringing in the same potency that Srivas brought in, the same pastime? Who the heck knows these past? You think Narayan Raj group does? You think any of these gurus understand the pastime and can explain it? And can relate to that, can show that even in their life they get the Devananda Pandit pastime? That's because these are the pastimes of the Lord, what do you call it? Reenacted. They're the ones that deliver you. You got to know what is more than a Brahmin. You have to see what is more than a Brahmin in this world acting here. So you can know what is Shuddha Bhakti. What they say, I give my respects to these devotees who are transcendental associates of Lord. Right? You got to know that. It's that simple. But in that sense, that's why, if you believe in this, you become not blindly, but intelligently clear about this conclusive truth I'm preaching, guaranteed going back to Godhead. Guaranteed. Godhead comes to you. That's why Fanny is so ecstatic. The Lord didn't wait for her to die to go back. He comes right in there and zzz, Kundalini. Wake in there. Wake that up. And I'm just telling you the truth. You gotta recognize what is more than good. Good is in the mode still. It's not good enough. Yeah, it looks nice, right? Even in our Sangha, many people are good persons. They recycle and all that. And I gotta still teach them, uncompromising ain't good enough for my Lord, man. You gotta preach that you're not delivered by being a good person. You'll never be good enough. You'll never fast enough. You'll never be austere enough. Never. That's why you see the Narayan Raj persons, no matter how austere, I tell you, one of the gurus there is still not good enough. This lady, you wouldn't believe the severe austerity. She's a nice person. I hung out with her until I started really preaching, and then all of a sudden, you surpass even what they can understand. Start opening my mouth. All of a sudden, I'm the enemy now. But no, nice, good person, follows her guru, everything. Her nice, good guru, Narayan Raj, right? Very good person. Yeah, good. Even asked Sachi, he was good, nice. Yeah. I also very good. I'm sorry, the Lord has a really high standard, man. Yeah. Forgot where oh yeah, she's very austere, everything, and they're all emphasizing austerities and all that. But there's a lot of pride in that group. They can't get away from it because they don't understand how this works, the real thing works. That's why they don't, and I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not against it. How can I be against it? I'm so ecstatically blissful and happy and getting happier every day. How can I be against anybody? I just uncompromising truth is what I do. It's the only thing that's the only real medicine. Yeah, austere and everything, and they're all, they got the pride in it. It kind of looks like bhakti, all that. They can't get over that. She live, doesn't even know fan in a hot summer, man, mosquitoes biting, don't care, nothing. And everybody says, "Wow, let's follow her. She's a austere, dedicated guru, does severe austerities. She must be a pure devotee." See? But no juice. To me, it was nice. I went to her Mangal Artiques and all that. Boring. It's all regulative thing. They can't get over the and not. They have great faith. They say we're Raganuga and all this and Radi, Radi, Radi. But boy, do they like the rules, man. Boy, do they like the etiquettes, man. Oh, yeah. If you're not a good etiquette person, you're not a pure devotee, man. You're not, they think, if you're not following all the rules and everything, just like my ex stupid disciple says, what God realized person, realize God without following Ekadasi. Most stupidest statement I heard. But you know what? 99.9% of the Vaishnavas now will agree with that statement. He did, and he's gone. Even though I just pointed in the verse, Lord Chaitanya gave this ecstatic devotion. Nityananda and all their real followers gave it to anyone and everyone. Weren't considering, did you follow Ekadasi? Where is that? Where the heck is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? Where did that go? Out the window, huh? Oh, that was good for them. So now let us teach this path of hard rules and regulations. Well, let's get everybody to do the hard path where you can't attain Vrindavan. There's no chance. And they even tell you, Narayan might say, oh, yeah, many lifetimes. And then maybe, we'll see. You get some prema. You'll get the after many lifetimes. What happened to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? Just disappeared. No, whether the Lord. Here, let me just read you the verse here. It's just so great. Here you go. Somebody here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, sorry there. Okay, let me read you the verse here. Yeah. Oh, well, anyway. Yeah. So by remembering by remembering the lotus feet of the Panchatattva, a dumb man can become a poet, and a lame man can cross mountains, and a blind man can see the stars in the sky. The education cultivated by so called learned scholars who do not believe in these statements of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is like a tumultuous croaking of frogs. See, it's like a tumultuous croaking of frogs. See, just,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I know you want to say something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Okay. And we, I don't know what we are reading because I tried to go enter this stream thing and I miss out on whatever you're reading. But I thought maybe we can read about this gentleman
Advaita.
with the white beard. What?
Advaita, right?
Este. I, I don't know the
Yeah,
name to be fully honest.
yeah, Advaita Acharya.
It's
Yeah, we'll
Advaita.
read about him in a few minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just,
Okay.
yeah, I
Gracias.
just
Thank you.
finished
Thank
this.
you,
Sure, sure. We'll just
everyone.
finish about
Thank you.
this train of thought here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, so yeah, by remembering the lotus feet of the Panchatattva, a dumb man can become a poet. Yeah. So anyway, that's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's what he came to distribute, and it's just distributed through the devotees and by their association. That's all you need. That's what needs to be preached now. See? Because why? Because it's the way of the land. deliverance. All you need is an associate who looks. Oh, can you mute your mic, Maria? Yeah. Um, that is how we're delivered. We're delivered just by that conclusive truth, of the truth of yeah. Maria, are you there? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take her down here. So,
I'm here.
yeah. Please mute your mic in the middle of the, I'm in the middle of
Okay,
something.
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. 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 So that's all that's needed is just to pull out the mercy of Lord Chaitanya's preaching now, and then everybody can be delivered so easily. If you believe in these verses, am I not just telling you the verses and just kind of just making them a little more clear? Just to understand the train that deliverance is already here. It's always been here for 550 years. It just goes underground, just like with Jesus. The deliverance with Jesus was always here after 2,000 years, but it goes underground because of the lack of the preaching. The Pharisee types take over. They always do. The poopy popes take over. The Vatican takes over and pollutes every friggin' thing until the Lord sends his general here and revives what's already been done. Prabhupada and Bhakti Bhaktivinoda were waiting for this day. That day is here now. They got everything set. Prabhupada, great care to write these books. It was his main priority. He knew somebody would be preaching them and finishing the job. The guillotine is here to cut the head off of that snake of Maya with the mercy of the Lord, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's all right here. Anybody come in here, you'll be very inspired if you really want Krishna. Give it a chance. If not, then you're still out there. You don't have enough desire. You're still Bhagavad Gita, verse. Oh yeah, if you can't worship the Lord with ecstatic love, which you will get here very quickly, you'll get Bhakti Lata Beach very quickly. It'll go in, and even though the Lord ain't gonna wait for you to be perfect, no, 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 you'll have a bunch of demons in there still, and He'll still go in and clean house from the inside out, much faster, much faster. You'll get this love. And then, even though you're not qualified, you shouldn't even get it. But because my Lord's already came here, already done this, and he's already given the order, I've got it through the whole parampara, through Krishna directly. Deliver people, whoever will listen. Even if they don't listen, go chase them, man. We do. We chase those guys, man. Run after them. They would try to run away. We run after them, man. We're tell you, we'll outrun those guys, man. Their false egos are heavy. See, we're like a lightning. We're like the Flash. They just appear on their page and flash them out. Flashers. We're the flashers. Ever see those soon? Okay, I'm getting ready there, Maria, to read that soon. Yeah, just almost there, almost there. Just one more thing here. See, okay, I'll read the verse in the chapter 23 too. Verse 41. Remember this verse. When a person is actually advanced and takes pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord, who is very dear to him, he is very dear. That's very significant. You can tell who's really dear. You can tell who's very dear to the Lord. The Lord's very dear to them, right? They call out, the Lord is their life and soul. Yeah. This, yeah. When they chant, so sometimes because they're like the Lord's very dear to them, He's revealed Himself. This is the whole thing: is to get the Lord to reveal Himself to you, and the only way to really do that is you got to follow the process, right, Maria? Yeah, follow the process. The process is you associate, and with the real devotee, favorably, and the Lord is thinking even unfavorably. Hey, He'll take whatever He can get,
Follow the process.
huh?
Follow the process.
Follow the
Uh,
process. Man.
yeah, yes. And it will lead you to great things. It's just a little bit uncertain, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
But that's
yeah.
okay.
After a while, you start to trust the process because you see it works.
Then you see the miracle, right?
Yeah, many they're starting to come left and right now. Yeah,
Okay, very good.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
unmute myself.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. So when one is actually advanced and takes pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord, who is very dear to him. So again, you should be looking for devotees who take pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord. You can see it on their faces. They look happy. Oh, link for Richard. Okay. All right. Just a second here. Okay. There you go. Yeah, they take pleasure. Who is very too? He is agitated, loudly chants the holy name. He also laughs, cries, becomes agitated, and then chants just like a madman, not caring for outsiders. So people should be looking for symptoms of that, right? There you go. There's the prema that people are looking for, that they say, see, they're teaching the wrong path right now. This is the right path. Is this not? See, the right path is the desire of the Lord. The right path is the conclusions of these devotees. See, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said the parampara gets polluted, as contaminated as the course of time, and things get interjected in there according to the time, place, and circumstance. In other words, the mentality people, not a lot of people can accept this. They can't accept a devotee laughing and crying in church. That's why Prabhupada would have loved to preach that, right? Bhakti Sam would have loved to have preached that. They were qualified. Moses would have loved to preach the Jesus message. And Jesus said, just what Lord Caitanya, because of the hardness of your heart. They preach to you like this. The heart, see? Oh, if you can't worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, then follow these harder rules and regulations and develop a desire to attain me. And you'll develop that desire eventually, because you think, God, is there anything more than these dry rules? I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting tired. You said I can go back to Godhead, and that was the greatest thing, to follow the Ekadasis, and is a perfect path, and to follow Varnashram. But God, I don't feel it's so perfect. What's the matter? And then the Lord says, okay, I'm glad you finally asked. Now you're ready to listen? He sends you to the ecstatic guru. See? That's our job. See, these people still have faith in the rules and the regulations of these gurus to deliver them, even though they're not residents of Vrindavan. That ain't conclusive. I think Prabhupada said what is more conclusive, right? That's why I love that statement. Devotees love the statements of real acharyas. They love the conclusive statements, not the stuff like for the pre. Even Prabhupada said, well, maybe I'll make you some of your gurus. But is that really conclusive? No, I like the statement Prabhupada said, no, the real guru is a resident of Vrindavan. And they're the prema devotees. See, sometimes they laugh and choke up, call out to the Lord, who's very dear to them. They take great pleasure of chanting the holy name of the Lord. We got some of those here. You can tell who takes great pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord, right? Even Maria, she was looking at I saw her and she saw herself. She said, boy, I was looking at them and I saw the beautiful smile on my face. Yeah, that's what you get for seeing Krishna. You're chanting his name. Lord Chaitanya.
Lord Caitanya, por favor.
Lord
Lord Caitanya. Lord Chaitanya, because Krishna,
Look at
I
that.
haven't seen Krishna ever. I saw
Yeah,
Lord Chaitanya every
Lord
day with
Yeah.
Nityananda and with
He's,
Jesus Christ. It's amazing. The three
wow.
of them, the energy is like beyond anything that you can describe with words.
Remember, I preached that a lot. We got a double barrel shotgun. We got Lord Chaitanya's troop, and we got Jesus, double barrel shotgun.
It's amazing. Honestly, it produces miracles altogether, really.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
have
It's
seen that with me, right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm so hungry. I'm mute. I'm gonna make myself a salad. I'm gonna
yeah,
die
yeah.
if I
Look for
need.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Definitely. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
mute.
Go for
I'm
it.
mute.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So back to the other chapter, chapter 8. The education cultivated by so called learned scholars who do not believe in these statements of Chaitanya Charitamrita is like a tumultuous croaking of frogs. Isn't that great there? Isn't that fantastic? See, just believing in these statements, I mean, we do it from our heart. We know they work. And we get the great privilege to preach them. And anybody else who believes them, it works for them too. That we're just preaching what Prahlad preached also. We all preach the same thing. Prahlad said, hey man, I was even in the womb and I listened to Narada Muni's preaching and I became an ecstatic devotee because he preached things like this. Well, not even as good as this because that was another age. Not as juicy as this, not as merciful as this. And he said, Prahlad said, if you also listen to me, because I've been empowered, I also chant in ecstasy like this, then you can become like me. Oh, don't I preach the same thing? Oh, you can also become ecstatic devotees. Is the promise keeper lie to you? I think the Narayan Raj group is more lying. They say, oh, we're Radhe Radhe Raganuga Bhakti, but no Raganuga, no Prema, no ecstasy. As a matter of fact, they see it all here and they go against it. Ooh, do we got some contamination to clean off of that place? Do we got some little bottoms to spank so that they can take their first breath in the spiritual atmosphere and go, wow, the truth set me free. That crazy Gohari wasn't so crazy after all. Yeah, come get a whiff of this, man. The spiritual atmosphere. Come on, smell these verses. They're like roses. This is so simple. See, see, and so where we're at now is that people are listening to the tumultuous croaking of the frogs. These scholars, right? Oh yeah, we represent Bhagavatam. Yeah, where's the ecstasy? What ecstasy? It's not about that. It's about our checklist, about study and have a good kind of well-rounded, reasonable speculative conclusion and a checklist and all that, and that, whatever we can do to stay in power, right? Isn't that it? Did you see Boris squirming like that, trying to use all these excuses? They do the same thing. You know, as soon as the people started to find out that these gurus were not really pure devotees, all of a sudden, okay, they scrambled for some other speculations to keep themselves in the office of bona fide spiritual masters. I remember that day. Scramble around. Well, let's see what other speculations to keep ourselves in office. Well, I'm sorry, you've been in there 50 years now, long enough. Borises, spiritual Borises, we're throwing you out. See? The committee threw Boris out. Well, we've got a committee here. We got that Ram Das. He's on the committee. And you're all on the committee. We're throwing them out. Get off the Vasa sons. You haven't lived up to your promises. You said that you're going to take your disciples back to Godhead, and they're still materialistic, mundane blasphemers. Of real devotees like Lalita Ganga and her red lipstick. They're against the lipstick sampradaya of red lips. I just want to make Maria laugh, my whole thing. She's I got to see this, man. We'll put that salad on hold for a second. I got to see that with this
I'm
crazy
so
guy.
hungry, but I am in the in between until the thing gets disinfected. Because in this country you have to disinfect everything you eat, right? So let me
Oh, yeah, yeah.
explain.
Oh, that's
So
right. Yes,
everything
yes,
you eat,
yes.
you have to disinfect. So let me put the thing in. And I'm here. I'm
Yes,
I'm
that's
I'm
right.
laughing. Don't worry. I almost cried when I went to the bathroom. I went to pee and I was almost crying. And I was wondering
Really?
if Lord Caitanya came with me. I don't know. I didn't feel it this time, but I felt the crying.
Wow, that's amazing. He
No.
was. That's how you do it. If you start crying, that's the Lord because he's a
Yes.
crybaby. That's
Okay.
his unmistakable sign.
Very
Is you
good.
start crying, you Lord, and the Lord makes you cry. It's
But
him being.
I'm not taking it off you, right? Like he's with me all the time, and Nityananda and Jesus Christ, but they can be
Yeah.
in several places at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He
Hmm.
increases wherever. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has got this power to duplicate himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem. See, so the pure and simple truth is great because all you have to do is believe in the glories of the Panchatattva that you get this mercy of Lord Chaitanya by being with devotees who have real devotion, who have these symptoms of prema. No matter whether they're a Sudra or a carpenter, whether they wear tilak or follow Ekadasi or drink a cup of coffee, like the guy, the Narayan Maharaj guy said, "Oh, you still like that McDonald's coffee, huh?" No, I like good coffee, man. McDonald's coffee. Well, actually, they got some good coffee in there nowadays. They learned. They end up getting these latte machines, so they work pretty good. Not perfect, but not bad. They don't seem. Oh yeah, they actually have a McDonald's here, but they don't have the good coffee in that one, so therefore I don't go.
McDonald's and Burger King and KFC, all of them are going vegan, and the UK is the best country for veganism. They're great. Everything starts with the UK first. It's great. Yeah,
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's very important.
vegan is the best.
Yeah,
See.
very
Okay, I'm
important.
gonna unmute. I'm gonna make my salad. Un minuto.
Okay, go for it. Yeah. So okay, back to the chapter 8 again. Yeah. So one Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought, unless people accept me, they will all be destroyed. Thus, the merciful Lord accepted the sannyas order. Remember, he used the same analogy with Jarasandha. See, Jarasandha didn't accept Krishna. See, and so the Lord is saying the same thing. He said because he's Krishna, but he's also Radha. He's come in that mood of Radha. See, so when Krishna was here, he's in ecstatic. He got the mercy of Radha in that way. So Jarasandha didn't accept the ecstatic personality. That's why you're thrown back into the rules and regulations level if you don't accept this ecstatic devotion. So Lord Chaitanya came in what? The mood of this ecstatic devotee, right? And what is Lord Chaitanya saying? Oh, if they don't accept me, they will be destroyed. See, it's not enough to be now in 2022, 550 years later, and say, of course I accept Lord Chaitanya. But you wouldn't if you were back then because he was ecstatic, right? You wouldn't accept him. How do we know? Well, you don't accept our ecstasy. It's the same thing, my friends. It's the same kind of ecstasy. So the same thing applies now. This is the pure and simple truth. Unless you accept this ecstatic worship that we do and this ecstatic association that is here, you will be destroyed. What does that mean? Okay? You'll take another birth. You will be destroyed, and you'll take another birth, and you will live, and then you will be destroyed again and again until you understand this lesson. You have to accept the ecstatic devotees. Wasn't Jesus a deliverer? Moses wasn't a deliverer. See? Jesus was, because he got people to become an ecstatic person. Gave the Holy Spirit. He gave that power to his other persons who got the Holy Spirit. Wasn't Lord Caitanya an ecstatic devotee? Where did he get that? Well, he was already, but you could say he got it from Ishvara Puri, who was an ecstatic devotee. Where did Ishvara Puri get it? He got it from his guru, who was an ecstatic devotee. Where did Madhavinda Puri get it? It says nobody had those. It wasn't in the Sampradaya. He brought it from another life. Like Jesus, he was already an ecstatic. He didn't get it from no John the Baptist. John the Baptist wasn't an ecstatic devotee. That's why he said, I'm not even fit to tie the shoes of Jesus Christ. That's why coming here is better than doing 1,000 million rules and regulations. You come here, you'll get what they can't get in many lifetimes. They're not fit to tie the shoes of even River Yamuna. Put those big shoes on, the laces all the way up there. Make them work to tie those things. Remember back in the 1800s, they had the women had to wear these, boy, they tortured women back then. Those corsets, and and then they put the big shoes with the shoelaces all the way up to their knees. These Vaidhi Bhaktas are not fit to tie those kind of shoes. You're going to make them work. Get some of those boots, man. Get them to work and tie it all the way up to the top. Yeah. Unless people accept me, they will be destroyed. See? So me. What is the me? You notice Lord Caitanya was an ecstatic person, right? But he was also conclusive. That's why we have these books, right? So you need both. See? So that's why you see a real preacher when they're ready to preach the postgraduate, you see the ecstasy and you get the conclusion, right? Isn't that all here? Woo, look at this. We got a party going, man. It's a birthday party, and it's yours. This is the chance for the Vaishnavas to be born again, because you see the ecstasy that Lord Caitanya brought to the planet, as well as the conclusive truth. You notice they're both together in that book, right? You see examples in the book of an ecstatic devotee, and you see the conclusive understanding there too. But you still don't see it until you meet the living guru, and by the action, see the book. These conceptions are so simple, but so trust the process. By the action of the book Bhagavad, chapter 1 of the Hallelujah. Chapter 1, by the action of the book Bhagavad and the devotee Bhagavad, the mellows of devotion are transferred into your heart. Bhakti Lata Bij. Now you're attracted to hearing, chanting, remembering the Lord, to coming to these classes and hearing Hari Katha, glorifying the essence of truth and the real path of getting the mercy of Lord Caitanya like that. Now, isn't that glorious to get the mercy of Lord Caitanya like that? Or you want to do the hard way? Austerities! Everything Lord Chaitanya said was not the way. You want to hear that message for many lifetimes? That's proof that Narayan Raj group, you have something to learn. That ain't the message of Lord Chaitanya. We got ecstatic. They're the door. The ecstatic devotees here are the door. It's only through them that you get Krishna Vrindavan. See, you get that because you get real bhakti here. You get the devotion here. You can understand and appreciate these conclusive, humble preachings that Gohari does. Very humble. No pride, nothing. No, very humble, sweet. Yeah, sweet talks. Okay, so let's see here. So, River, give us a word.
Um, just what you were saying about the Freeman stuff and what they're doing. Um, it was Freeman was all built on on God. Everything that we did was started with God. But then, whilst we were going through the actions and doing the legal documents, there was no God. There was never any God. And now, when you talk about it and you talk about what is going off and what they've been doing for a long time, you match it up with the scriptures, spot on. It's just boom together. I mean, this was what
Mm-hmm.
is missing from them, because
Yeah.
it's all about material body, really. But
Mm-hmm.
this, you match it together, and it's
Yeah.
perfect. What is happening, the lies with the scriptures, with the verses, it all just fits. Now that is a real preacher.
Yeah.
That is somebody who is empowered
Mm-hmm.
to do that because they're seeing with the Lord's eyes, so they can see
Yeah.
everything and then just bring it together. It's really, really great. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that you're my
Yeah.
guru.
Yeah.
We have this
Well,
family.
River, that's and everybody. That's see, they're clear. They say the word God because they know that God needs to be in there somewhere, but they don't. It's just not clear enough about who God is and what He is and how He relates to all this. See, that's the only thing. And so our contribution is to make things more clear for everybody. For them, we can make clear for everybody, for the Christians, for the Vaishnavas. This is why I'm very happy that the guy wants to do a little discussion, because this is what's needed. We have to have these discussions, otherwise things remain unclear. See, you need to have these discussions with those who are the bhakti has been awakened. See, because they get a clear picture, and then you discuss with them, and everything gets more clear. That's simple. But if you don't, you remain unclear, or you're around people that are like you, unclear. So things go very slow. You notice that? You need to associate
Yes,
people that are more clear. See, because of God, because they if people understood, more clearly who and what God is, it's a reasonable argument. It makes, you could see why. Yeah, wow. I see that you're more clear because of having this relationship with God,
yes,
with your God. See, it makes you more clear. Can you teach me about that God? That's what that's how people get it. If you don't ask, that's why you can be a big guru and you're not really questioning a self-realized soul. You got on the long path. That's what all these statements. Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada said, if you Nartam also, if you go to a holy place and you just go there to take a bath, you're pretty but big, still a fool. You're not very smart. You should go there and meet a self-realized soul and talk to them, inquire from them, because they will know things that you don't know. But in the ISKCON and these groups, they don't know the first thing about spiritual life. They just go to themselves or to their speculations. Who do these gurus go to consult with? What? Their speculations in Prabhupada's books. They're speculating on that. Who else do they go to? Oh, the God brothers, who Prabhupada said still have qualities of envy and jealousies. That he said wanted to contaminate his movement, didn't he? He said, I mean, just, all of a sudden the story changed once these persons leave. Oh, the story changed because the story, see, books get changed, the story gets changed.
Yeah.
He says, they don't distribute our books. Why are you going to their classes? Why are you going to their classes? And now they want to go to the, oh, well, because I can. Yeah, because, they don't know how to take shelter. They do need shiksha, but in the real line. They need somebody in the real line, a real shiksha instruction. Otherwise, they don't go anywhere. They just, if they don't accept this preaching, they'll be destroyed. They'll take another birth. That it doesn't mean anything much. Oh, I see. You follow the rules and regulations, but you have no ecstasy and no love, nor no love for devotees that I send here. How can you come back to Godhead, my dear son? I mean, it's not even logical. Here I send my real prophets, my real acharyas, who have real devotion, and you don't accept them, and you think you're going to be with Prabhupada? Come on, man. That's not even logical. That's why you get a second chance. You see, Bhaktisiddhanta came, Prabhupada came. How many people really accepted him? See? And so this same thing, what Prabhupada couldn't teach all these thousands of disciples and get them purified. And so we doing a batch purifying thing here. Just give a whole batch. You just go to whole batch, turn your cameras on, we'll purify the whole batch. There is enough power here. It's been given all.
NNMs.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you just come here, listen to these conclusions. They'll clear you off of all these speculations. They'll clear you off of your bullshit idea that you're actually a real guru of Vrindavan. You'll understand what is the real conclusion if you listen. But if you don't listen, then you will be destroyed, because the Lord comes here and gives you shiksha guru. Or, if you don't have love of God right now and have these symptoms that I'm telling you right there in the scriptures, then you need shiksha from somebody that has these symptoms. I mean, is that only intelligent? Why doesn't the Acharya Dev with his degrees understand this stuff? He's never shown. You go and watch any of his lectures. See if you see any ecstatic devotional tears pouring out of his eyes, proving that he's a real resident of Vrindavan. Any of them. Show me one. Have you seen any? Has any report of any of them crying like?
No, I haven't seen. The ones that I've looked at.
We have to blindly believe that you are residents of Vrindavan? Do you think Prabhupada wanted us to be blind believers? Jesus Christ wanted us to be blind believers?
He didn't bring all those books to make us blind believers. He did not all that effort.
Yeah, but they're blind until they meet a living Shiksha Guru, which is here. You'll understand these books. I'm just telling you what's in the books, because there's somebody here that has the experiences of the books. You got to have a prema bhakti as your guru. I mean, isn't that really the ultimate? I think everybody would agree that it would be nice to have a parent. Want a prema bhakti as a guru?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Narayan Raj is. Well, where's the prema? Well, that was pretty confidential. Well, at least, okay, I didn't see it. They say, well, yeah, we saw you. Yeah, you saw. Well, how come you don't see it here if it was the real prema? Huh? How come? I doubt you that you saw a real prema, because you don't see it here. If you saw it there and believed in it, then why don't you see it here? Because real prema is the same. The tears, the crying, the choking up described in the scriptures. If you got Lord Caitanya's mercy, then you will see, even though the person says they're a fool, they speak pretty well. They become poets. You see any poetry coming out of this mouth of this fool?
All the time. All the time.
So what's that saying? Why can't these Acharya Devs figure it out? They're not as smart as they think. They need to be humbled, I guess, huh? Well, that's the secret, man. I liked what that Janardhan said today. Govinda didn't quite get it, so you missed it. Janardhan said, I want to keep my friend, his guru, right, as his friend, and I want to be a disciple here. I thought, that's very good. Good. See? So just by association, everything will be clear, because especially a guy like that, because he has, some ecstasy. It's really nice. Yeah. And his guru didn't believe it. He says, Gaura Hari will never accept you.
He got it from you, the ecstasy, Janardhan.
Yeah, yeah.
He got it from
Gaura
you.
Hari will make you choose. And I didn't make him. No, you don't have, no. Go ahead. Yeah, keep him as your friend. And, come here. It's good. You'll pull him in. Let's get him too. I had nothing. Oh, yeah, he's got all those things he's done. No problem. My Lord will forgive everything. All right, she wanted me to read some about Advaita. Let's read a little bit about Advaita. Yeah. Actually, we'll have, here, I'll tell you the chapter. Who wants to read?
Wenda. Yes, Lalita, please.
Okay.
This is the white beard guy, right?
White beard, yeah. I'm going to
Yeah.
get a chapter on the white beard guy.
See, because he needs to, there's something about him. Because yesterday he came 3 times in the afternoon to me again, the image.
Wow, that's amazing. 3
Well, yes,
times.
there's something about him. So let's read to see what it is, right?
Okay. So,
Very
page
good.
299. No. 459. And then we might go to somewhere in there. Let me see, 459. Yeah. Go ahead. 459.
Am I the one who reads? Or?
Yeah, you're the one. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Doesn't matter what we read, it's so beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. All glories to you. All glories to the previous acharyas.
You got the thunderbolt. Now, time for this flower.
Glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gatadhara, Srivas, Adhikora Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to all the associates of Lord Chaitanya. All glories to the real devotees of the first spot of Lord Chaitanya. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. The pastimes in the house. In the house of Advaita Acharya. Oh, glories to Sri Vishvambara, the Lord, of all the of all the Vaishnava devotees. You bring the living entities back to your fold by giving them devotional service.
Yeah, you're giving them prema, you bring, see, back to the fold.
Yeah,
And if you won't take the prema, he's given the rules, right? The step. But ultimately, you got to accept the prema, to get in the kingdom.
the Lord performed his supramundane pastimes in Navadvip, hidden from the vision of the gross materialists. He went to different devotee homes and engaged in pleasurable pastimes with Nityananda, Gadadhara, and other associates. The Lord is the source of all spiritual ecstasy for the devotees. And in his association, they see everything in relationship to Lord Krishna.
Isn't that what River was talking about? In the association real, you see everything in Lord Krishna. It's very pleasurable to do that because that's the truth. Our heart knows. See, our heart knows that. See, so we see everything in relation to Lord Krishna and the God, and the more clear you are about that, the more deep understanding. Oh, it's just so satisfying
Yeah,
to know, to understand these things. Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
They are completely oblivious of the phenomenal world because they are engrossed in relishing the transcendental mellows of chanting the holy names of Krishna. They have no other business. Foremost amongst these intimate associates of the Lord is Advaitacharya. His character is unfathomable, and only a few devotees know his transcendental position and how close he is to the Lord. Whenever Chaitanya came out of his ecstatic trances, he would immediately render service to the assembled Vaishnavas, especially to Advaitacharya. These dealings of the Lord were the cause of Advaita's constant discontent, his hurt feelings. They rumbled in his mind like an active volcano. He thought, he's constantly deceiving me like a thief. He gives up his position and he tries to stealthily catch my feet. I can I cannot match his strength, for he is supremely powerful. So he forcibly takes the dust from my feet the only support for me to fall back upon is devotional service, because it bestows the spiritual realization and vision to recognize Supreme Lord Vishvambara as he is. People call me Advaita, the lion-hearted. And I become further deluded by this. Oh Lord, kindly destroy this delusion. In your pastimes with Burgu, you're more glorious than Burgu, although some may think otherwise. Therefore, I shall gather about me hundreds of disciples like Burgu. Lord Caitanya has appeared. No, yeah, has appeared to explain the path of devotional service, and I will firmly oppose his instructions in my teaching to my new disciples. This will enrage the Lord so much that he will have to punish me, catching me by the hair. Preoccupied with these plans, Advaita, he left Navadvip, accompanied by Haridas Thakur, and he went to his home in Shantipur. And there he began to act upon his shame. The Acharya began to read and explain a book called Yoga Vashista, which ascribes to impersonalistic thoughts and is thus clearly contradictory to the path of devotional service. Advaita began to teach the following. According to Yoga Vashista, the path of deductive knowledge, also known as empiric speculation, is the essence of self-realization. Without understanding the deductive part of knowledge, the path of devotion becomes impotent. And thus, empiric knowledge is the essence of everything. Many unfortunate persons leave home to live in the forest, not understanding the wealth of knowledge that is in the deductive part. The path of devotion to Lord Vishnu is like a mirror, and the path of deductive knowledge is compared to the eyes. What use does a blind man have for a mirror? I have thoroughly studied the different scriptures, and I have readily arrived at the conclusion that empiric knowledge is the ultimate goal. Haridas Haridas Sakur is more than familiar with the ways and nature of Advaita. And when he heard the Acharya's attempt to explain everything in the light of empiric knowledge, he merely laughed. Such is the transcendental characteristic of a pure devotee. like Advaita Acharya. Those who are righteous can easily understand his position, but the offensive lot are rejected. Vishvabhara was the most munificent supreme personality and who fulfills all desires perceived in his heart. Advaita Acharya's desire. One day he was promenading the streets of Navadvip with Nityananda Prabhu, observing observing his own creation. Brahma, the creator of this universe, was watching all these activities of the Lord and feeling very fortunate and elated. He happily thought to himself, the Supreme Lord is appreciating my artistry in the engineering of this creation. As they moved about with charming gracefulness, the two of them looked like two, like two full moons sailing across the sky. The residents of Navadvip could see them, each according to his own devotion, remaining unseen to human eyes. The demigods also surveyed the movements of the two moon-like lords and wondered in their minds. They observed the two moons of Navadvip, and confused by such opulence, they began to consider their own heavenly abode was now the earth, and what was actually the earth had become the heavenly abode, the moon. Similarly,
Want to read a little bit? Is she there?
yeah, she's coming.
One thing that is amazing is that Fanny already is having goosebumps. That is amazing. Just
Yes.
on a side, right?
Yeah, these are the
Wow.
vibrations of Lord
I
Caitanya.
know.
Yeah.
I know, amazing. Okay,
What
bye.
page are you? What page are you on, Lolita?
400. Sorry. Yeah. I thought I was muted. 461. Second paragraph.
Someone said, yeah. Thank you, Lolita. All glories to Srila Gaura Haridas. Hail, hail, hail the king. Okay. Someone said, 2 moons together were never permitted entry in the heavenly planets. Someone else. Someone else said, let me tell you that one of them is the original moon and the other is his reflection. Yet another said, the sons take after the father in all respects. Perhaps one is the father, the moon, and the other is his son, Mars. It is not in the least bit surprising that demigods were bewildered by the Lord's beauty. Even the Vedas are unable to fully describe the Supreme Lord's extraordinary, charming looks. In this way, the two lords strolled about in Navadvip. At one, at one point, Lord Vishwambar said to Lord Nityananda, "Let us go to Santipur and visit Advaita Acharya." Advaita Acharya's house. Both lords were always ready to engage in pleasurable pastime. so they so they immediately headed for Advaita Acharya's house. Almost halfway to Santipur, they came across a village called Lalitapura, situated upon the banks of the Ganga. There, in a hut by the river, lived a householder sannyasi. Lord Vishwambar inquired from Nityananda Prabhu, "Please find out whose abode." Please find out whose abode this is. Nityananda Prabhu replied, "Lord, this is a sannyasi's residence." Lord Vishwambar said, "If our fortune permits, we may see him. Let us visit." Happily, happily, they went in and offered obeisances to the sannyasi. The sannyasi was taken in by Vishwambar's charming appearance, perfectly shaped limbs and radiant smile. Being extremely pleased, the sannyasi blessed him, saying, "May you be blessed with wealth, fame, learning, and a beautiful wife." The Lord immediately replied, "Dear Sir Goswami, this is really not a blessing. Please say to me, may you receive Krishna's may you receive Krishna's blessing. Such a blessing brings one to the platform of devotional service to Sri Vishnu and is eternal, inexhaustible, and infallible. It is not becoming of your position to bless me with these material advantages." With a false laugh, more out of displeasure than anything else, the sannyasi replied, "Now I have direct proof of the axiom that I have often heard. If you try to help people, they take it badly. This is exactly the manner in which this young Brahmana has reacted. I was very pleased, and I wished him all success. But he has turned my words around and even started to find me culpable. The sannyasi inquired, "Tell me, O young Brahmana, why do you find fault? Why do you fault my blessings?" If a man is born in this world and has not enjoyed the company of an attractive woman, or has not collected sufficient wealth, then what is the use of his living? I was wishing you success in this kind of pleasurable life, but you are ashamed and reluctant to receive it well. You may be a devotee of Lord Vishnu, but how will you maintain yourself without earnings? The Lord simply smiled at his words and placed his hands on on his forehead in a gesture of sheer fatigue at the sannyasi's gross foolishness. The Lord utilized this situation to teach everyone that one should not ask for any blessings other than other than devotional service to the Supreme Lord. He said to the sannyasi,
Isn't it
"Listen, O
nice
God."
that that's all we focus on here? The blessing of pure devotional service. Shouldn't ask for anything like that. Because we get everything, right, Maria? Don't you get everything with that? Don't you get the best friend in the world?
Can you please repeat? I couldn't hear you.
I said, I said that, that's what the Lord came here to say is just, hey, you should be asking this from Krishna consciousness now. Pure devotional service. Don't ask for Vaidhi Bhakti. Ask for intimacy with the Lord. And isn't that our message here? Is intimacy with the Lord. That's all we're showing. It was showing its
Ab-
glories.
Absolutely.
Love, intimacy. That everything comes from that. Deliverance, freedom from cycle of birth and death, healing, um, clarity, truth. Yeah. So anyway, that's what the Lord. We get the great privilege to go out and share this message with people, show them what love of God is, and tell them what it is, teach them. Yeah, it's a great privilege. It's great. I love these classes we do here every day. They're just getting better and better and better.
I know.
The Lord
They are
is.
getting better and better and better. That's amazing.
They just get more.
Hmm.
The Lord, He just, yeah, the truth will set people free.
Yes.
That's why I always love the simplicity of Chaitanya Lila and Chaitanya Bhagavat. Just really the clear, clean, perfect truths, perfect things. People don't know this. Could you imagine if they knew that the whole problem, why they're weak in this world, why the Vaidhi Bhaktis are weak? It's just lack of intimacy. Why they're not as intelligent as here is because of not having pure devotional service. And not having the conclusion about it that, oh yeah, just come here and you can get it because it's being delivered, because it's being distributed just like it was. That is really when Jesus, that truth of Jesus is still around because it's true. He bound the devil with the truth. Anyone
All
who
right.
accepts Jesus right now, even now, you will have spiritual experiences. I mean, really accept Him. Especially, yeah, usually to do that, you need association with real Christian who has that. And that's the same with Lord Chaitanya. Anybody who accepts the conclusive understanding that he brought pure devotional service, it's not going anywhere. It's here in this Kali Yuga. He brought it. His devotees brought it. His devotees distributed even now because that's what we've got the order. This is the will of God now, not Vaidhi. No, no, no. No, no. Why would anybody do Vaidhi when you can have this? Why? I mean, it's ridiculous. What? God is giving you transportation right to the kingdom of God. He's giving you a limousine, and you're going to go in a Volkswagen? Bug? You're going to eat bugs? Simply because you don't want to go in a limousine into the kingdom of God. Our preaching is the limousine. You go in style. So anyway, that's the preaching, man. It's great, man. We got the great privilege of it. Go ahead there, Lilita.
Why
What?
are you so small now? I'm still here.
The
You're,
what?
s-
I'm small?
yeah, you're still on that little screen, and I'm still here on the big screen.
Oh, you're on the big screen.
Yeah, you're talking.
We like to see you're crying. That's why. You hear this big voice over here, huh? This big voice. Yeah, sorry, I was laying down. I didn't. Yeah, all right. Go ahead, River. Read some more. And we'll put her on the big screen here. Here we go. Oops, how do I do that? Oh, yeah, over here. Yeah, there you go. There she is.
Okay. Listen, O Goswami, whatever food we eat comes automatically due to our karma, a result of our previous our previous activities. Whatever will come is predestined. If people take birth for the sole purpose of a family life with wife, children, and earnings,
I
then
think
why?
we should. I think we should. We should. Anybody who could read with ecstasy like this, they should be the authorities in this world. If you can't read like this, then you have no real authority now. This is the Lord reading through you guys. Literally, you're being used to read like He read. Chant these verses in ecstasy. Where is a better path than that? Where is a better place to be than that? Where's a better gurus than that? Where's better sadhu sangha than that? People just don't know that this is where it's at. This is what the Lord brought, is what you see here revived again. This is the who's who of spiritual life. What, you think it's a big deal? People, oh, let's go to this guru and that guru. Well, they're not reading like even River or Lalita with ecstasy and love and devotion. And the Lord is saying, oh, I live with these. I live in their house. Oh, I like to read with them, through them, as them. See, they're part of the intimate household. Why is anybody? I just can't stop myself from just declaring these things. Why are you going anywhere else? What? You're still impressed by a person sitting on a high seat with a nice silk dhoti, a big title, Acharya Dave, good piano playing, and you see a person like River just reading in ecstasy like this, and you not beating a bad, right down here because here is your deliverance? Are you nuts or something? Lalita, what are they doing? Why am I crazy just telling you the just plain and simple truth how fantastic it is that this is the best place? You think having a meeting with Trump or Biden in the presidential Oval Office is better than sitting down or even turning your camera on and listening to a reading like this? You're an illusion. You're mad. You should be on the Johnny Depp trial watching that or something, man.
Finished.
Hey, I watched the trial. Don't you're
Oh,
making fun of me now, right?
no, 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 no,
No, no, no, no, no, no, no, never, never. The ordinary girl.
no. Well,
Well,
you're not doing ordinary activities by coming here there. Now you're an extraordinary person. See?
No,
Just
I'm an
because you accept
ordinary
Lord
girl.
No, 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 because you've accepted Lord Chaitanya. Now you're super mundane. Supra
Lord
Monday.
Caitanya and Nityananda and Jesus Christ. And now this that I don't know how to pronounce the name. This new
Advaita.
gentleman,
Advaita.
Adwaita. Adwaita.
Yeah, the bearded guy with white
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, yeah. This guy is part of now of the combo. You know, Adwaita.
Really? He's part of
Yeah,
the family now? Oh,
yeah.
wow. You know,
Amazing, no?
yeah. I've been chanting his name a lot lately. I've been putting him in the three, instead of just Nityananda and Lord Caitanya. I've been saying Sri Advaita Nityananda.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe he's
Maybe
starting to
that's
come.
why he came to show himself.
Maybe, yeah, maybe, because we're calling them, huh? Maybe we
Wow,
should call a few
amazing.
others. Maybe I'll just make a point, call Srivas and Gadadhar and all the Gaur Bhaktas. Then there'll be no hope for this world to survive the onslaught of Lord Chaitanya's ecstatic mercy. Even these gurus and sannyasis and Brahmins will be submerged in these amazing things, in ecstasies.
Amazing.
Yeah. Go ahead, River. Read some more.
Okay. If people take birth for the sole purpose of a family life with wife, children, and earnings, then why is one forced to leave everything at death? No one desires to be sick and ailing. So why do various diseases attack us and make us suffer? The reason for all this is our individual karma. Every
I'm sorry, I
everything.
can't help this. Isn't that amazing? It's our karma that. Oh, oops, this way. It's our karma that causes all these problems. And see, the Lord wants to just give us this method of Himself destroying our karma. Isn't that fantastic? That's why by engaging in this loving devotional service, it destroys all karmas. That's why, it's so ludicrous. You're like, yeah, you rules, the rules, economy. We got the best method, the Lord Himself, to destroy our karma. Who's any better than this? Affectionate dealings. Just take the gift, man. This is it, man. The will of God, will of Prabhupada and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. The gift is here. The mercy of the Lord is here. The merciful devotees. You go from being a dumb guru, a dumb sannyasi. I mean, that is dumb. You don't. It's not in being a great scholar. You become a great scholar here, man. You come and you admit I was a great scholar like Daksha, but I was really a dumb. And now I'm a real poet. I understand the pure and simple truth, man. Come and associate with the ecstatic devotees and become like a river and like a Lalita Ganga and like a Maria, that extraordinary girl. Got her attention, I bet. So, oh,
The ordinary girl.
no, extraordinary.
You said that I was ordinary
Oh, I changed my mind.
and that you were a golfer.
You're a what?
No, that is a joke that we make to each other.
Oh,
Only he understands the joke.
What was the joke? What was it? I missed it. What was it?
Uh-huh. You were a golfer. That's oh,
Oh yeah, go for it.
yeah. I
a
was the
ghost.
ordinary girl, and he was a golfer, whatever that means.
Yeah, I was having my PMS one day, and I just just grouchy. She knows I get grouchy something. Grouchy. Wait, am I a gopher?
But
Go
you
here,
know,
go for that, go for that.
but now that that River just read, or was Lalita, one of them read that Adwaita had the heart of a lion, right?
Yeah,
Amazing,
yeah, I did. Oh, they all have hearts like yeah,
amazing,
go.
right?
Yeah. Everybody becomes a lion here. It's part of the toolbox. It's in the toolbox.
Amazing.
Yeah.
See, for me,
Well,
all
yeah,
of this is very new. But that's why I ask so many questions. Sorry.
that's okay. That's beautiful. That's nice. Go ahead, River. Read some more.
Everything is a result of our previous activities. Only the elevated and knowledgeable persons have full understanding of these facts. Some persons point out that the Vedas explain that the final goal of human life is elevation to the heavenly planets. The Vedas have so enunciated out of extreme leniency towards ignorant people. This leniency is the real understanding of this Vedic injunction. Materialistic and ignorant people are naturally inclined to life of luxury and physical pleasures. Knowing this, knowing this well, the Vedas have recommended accordingly. However, the Vedas are not to be blamed for this. The general mass of people think that by chanting Krishna's name and taking ablutions in the Ganga, they will acquire wealth and success in family life. With this idea, they take shelter of the Vedic injunctions, but the real result of dictation to the Vedic injunctions is that one quickly develops devotion to the Supreme Lord Sri Hari. However, the ignorant people who do not understand the purport of the Vedic injunctions reject the fruit of devotional service to Krishna and mistakenly endeavor after material pleasure.
See,
People can.
yeah. This is very interesting. This is the problem. They reject the fruit of devotion to Krishna. See, that is how you get it. It's through the devotees who have that devotion to Krishna. Right there in front of you. See, and they reject that and go, he's saying material pleasures, right?
Yes.
But also, you reject it also. If you reject it when you're a Vaidhi Bhakti, you're too attached to Vaidhi Bhakti, you reject the fruit is of devotional service already attained here in our Sangha. This is the fruit. The fruit is to read these pastimes in ecstasy and relish and taste. The Lord came to give this taste, this transcendental mellows. You've attained it. This is where you attain it with those who have attained it. See, these people think no, it's about rules and regulations and gurus who are dressed nice and who have got these rubber stamps and all this stuff, and they prance around with big false egos. No, it's about being with devotees who've attained the fruit. Just get the fruit, man. It's on the tree, fallen off the tree. This is the green branch on the Caitanya tree, for God's sake. The fruit is right in front of your face, Acharya Dave. I got a little wax in there. I have to yell. You know, maybe it'll pluck it out or something. Radhanath, the fruit is right in front. You don't read like this. I've never seen. Have you seen Radhanath read like Lalita or River even? Have you seen anybody? Because this is the goal of life. That is the fruit of devotional service: is to chant Hare Krishna and cry like they're doing and laugh and choke up. Oh, you don't think that's my conclusion? I'm speculating Gauri Das. The Lord says, you think I came here to make people cry. I can make an elephant. Look at this. Narayani, chant Hare Krishna and cry. And she, Hare Krishna, she started crying. Well, that's it. And people were thought, wow, yeah, she's got the ultimate goal, prema. She can cry in ecstasy. And that is happening here too. Look at Maria. She's crying. She had, man, I can't believe I'm crying like a baby now. Where'd that come from? Right? And she told me every day practically, I'm crying. I go in the bathroom today, I'm crying.
I think it only happens when I send you messages on WhatsApp or I go to the bathroom or something Lord Caitanya makes me cry, but I never do. I never cry like Lalita and River when we read. So there's
Oh, you
something
will.
missing.
Don't worry.
No,
It
you
all
will.
develops. It's just
Yeah.
it's developing.
Okay, okay, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't
Okay,
worry. They were all.
okay.
It's just first. I'll tell you. River's story was like this. She says she would cry a little bit, but only one tear would come out of one eye. The eye was dry. You know? Why is the other one? You know? Then it was. She said, "I want to. Why? When am I going to laugh like Lalita? When? You know? Am I going to laugh?" Lalita also cried for a long time first. Then the laughter happened. You know? So it's always like it. And then River goes, "When am I going to laugh?" And then it started to come like a little child. So she would go like this for half the class. No sound would come out. Come on, come on, come on. See, that's how it goes, Maria. For a while, it's like,
Right.
it develops.
Okay, that's good.
Now
Okay,
look at her.
I feel better now. Thank you for
Yeah, you're
sharing
welcome.
that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yes, read some more. I mean, are you guys into it? I mean, do you want to stop, or is it too much? Huh?
It's late here for me, Guru
It's
Maharaj.
late. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
late
Why
here
don't
for
we
me. But
start? That's good
yeah,
enough. That was great. It's been a nice class.
yeah,
Or
but yeah, you can continue. But I hear while I shower, but I'm
yeah.
not going
Yeah, I
to
need to
sit
shower.
here anymore.
You want to hear more, Maria, or what?
Well, are we gonna meet in the afternoon now? No, to
Um,
chant a little bit,
well, I don't
maybe.
know. Maybe
Okay.
possible. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's just end here. It's amazing. We still got 12 people watching too.
Okay. Well, then let's continue while Lalita goes to the shower. She can
Uh,
go to. She can go to the
yeah,
shower
yeah.
and have.
Okay, continue. All right, go continue for a little bit. River, here you go. Put her up
Okay. So he's still talking to the Goswami. Please consider well all these points, O Goswami, because there is no goal or activity superior to devotional service to Lord Krishna. In this way, the Lord, the Supreme Instructing Spiritual Master, gave instructions to the whole world by explaining to the sannyasi that devotional service to Krishna is the ultimate purpose of the Veda. of the Veda.
So this is the Vaishnava, the Vaidis are so close because there's two types of devotional. There's the devotional service and practice. See, they already gave that. So all you know is the finishing work. This is the finishing work. See, there's nothing else beyond it. There's nothing beyond in the universe of any value but this. You've already come so close. You can finish it, everybody, if you have sufficient. And this is for those who are thinking, well, is there something more? Well, here it is. You can finish it in this life. Those who hear this message, this is pure devotional service. The Lord wants to give it as a gift. This is the conclusion. The ultimate conclusion is pure devotional service. Okay, you got Vaidhi Bhakti, you got Varnashram Dharma. That's great. Whoever has sufficient intelligent, can you come here and you'll get this ecstasy, and that's the reason why the Lord came. He came here to relish transcendental mellows and to awaken transcendental mellows in others. That's our work here. We don't have any other work here. It's just to have that kind of fun like the Lord had. That's it. Isn't this fun, River? Can you? Really fun, man. Go ahead there. Read on. You just wanted to call everybody's attention to that.
Okay. It's true. Okay. In this way, the Lord, the Supreme Instructing Spiritual Master, gave instruction to the whole world by explaining to the sannyasi that devotional service to Krishna is the ultimate purpose of the Vedas. The instructions of Vishvambara are the absolute truth. Those whose hearts are too contaminated by some sinful activities, cannot develop the required faith to accept them. The householder sannyasi smiled and thought to himself, this young Brahmana must have become a lunatic due to the effect of some mantra. It may also be that the person dressed as a sannyasi accompanying him has somehow mesmerized him. The sannyasi then spoke
You see
aloud.
how that is so applicable. You see how they say that to us. They're sannyasis, you know, and they say that, and they think we're lunatics. And what is he just preaching the glories of pure devotional service? There's nothing beyond that in the universe. Is life's ultimate goal for even the lizard people. Doesn't matter. They may know it or not, but that's their deliverance ultimately. You know, everybody has the Lord in them. If you have any life, that God is with everybody. See, the real devotees know that. That's why their message is for everybody. We can deliver lizards here. The Lord did, didn't Krishna? He picked the lizard right out of out of the well, man. Hey, man, we'll pluck you lizards out there. Biden, I kind of think you might be a lizard. We've been seeing his eyes on. I've been watching, you know, and they've been looking like lizards. So we'll deliver the Biden even. You know, anybody, nobody. Yeah, even if you're not a vegan, we'll deliver you. No problem. Is that okay, Maria? Can we deliver some people non-vegans,
Of
or
course,
should we restrict it? Yeah.
of course. People choose whatever they want to be. We don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate. No
Never.
discrimination. Equal opportunity to go back into the kingdom of
Exactly,
God for everybody.
exactly. For
Come as you are.
everybody.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
no, no. You don't need any special attire, no bow ties or anything.
No.
Just come as you are. Very
You
informal.
only need to love Luna, my dog.
Only gotta love
That's
Luna.
the only
Yeah,
condition.
she's
And
easy to
Shadow.
love. She's the most cutest, dumbest dog I've ever seen. I tell you, I love it, man. You know, it shows you don't have to be smart to be loved.
You see her there? I don't
No,
even know how to come
I
there.
can't see
Lily.
her. Oh, there
There
she
she
is.
is.
She's knocked
She's
out.
resting. She does
In
a
front
lot
of
of
the
that.
sun, of course.
A lot of that.
There's a fan
Except when a
there.
new person comes in, then she goes, and then she goes, wow.
Don't call her dumb because she's not dumb.
Oh,
She's
no, no, no,
a
no. She's a
baby.
very smart girl. Very smart.
Okay, very good.
Very good girl. Yes,
Okay,
very, with a
and
nice tongue.
see, let's continue on river
Continue. Go ahead, River.
reading.
Okay. Yeah, da, 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 da. The instructions of Vishnubar are the purpose of the Vedas. No, no, no. The instructions of Vishnubar are the absolute truth. Whose hearts are too contaminated by sinful activities cannot develop the required faith to accept him. The householder sannyasi smiled. Okay, I've read this. Where did I read to? Okay.
That's
The
another really
sannyasi.
good point. The words of Lord Caitanya are the essence of the Vedas. See, so the words, see, it's all in the words. What word are you getting? See, so the word of the empowered representative of Lord Chaitanya. See, this is the juicy. That's why we got the juice now. With the juicy, this is the juicy service. Okay? These are the words of Lord Chaitanya of deliverance. You know how easy it can be, and all of that. You know, just and whoever believes these words, whoever hears these words. I mean, not just blindly believe, but you know, they make sense. They're so. I mean, especially if you spent 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years worshiping Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. You know, these words, if you're ready, will make sense. You think, wow, you mean God is that merciful? Yeah, I mean, it's always been there, but you didn't hear that word of that mercy. This is what Jesus was telling the people, the Pharisees. He said, Moses only spoke those words because of the hardness of your heart. And you followed them because, you know, eye for the eye, you know, tooth for the tooth, fasting, all that, because your hearts were hard. See, but the Lord gives a new message now. If you believe this message, and some did, Nicodemus did, he became a saint. And most of whatever Pharisees didn't come to the point of acceptance didn't. And then maybe future lives as seeds went in and by and by. See, but Jesus knew he was here to deliver people. See, Prabhupada knew he was here to give people a step. That's what he said. Oh, if you become a vegetarian, you do this, or you get a human birth. See, he knew he's given steps. See? But Jesus, he came, he looked in the Bible. See, in the Bible, there's essence there. He says, the Lord wants deliverance here. See? Go Haridas, same thing. That's why I saw in there and I started preaching and people started getting ecstatic. Yeah, the Lord wants deliverance. And then confirmation, Prabhupada and Krishna. Yeah, the Lord wants deliverance now. That's why you see, Fanny comes, listen to the message, deliverance. Maria comes, look at this. Lord Caitanya said, just so easy. So easy. Ordinary girl like Maria, so easy. Amazing, easy peasy. Look at it, Mary Sachis and everybody here. You're all delivered, man. If you believe it in your heart, you know. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I just get too excited. I just got to say a few things.
No, it's brilliant. Okay. The sannyasi then spoke aloud. Finally, it has happened. In front of a mere child, I suddenly know nothing. I have traveled around the world. Ayodhya, Mathura, Badakasrama, Gurjarta, Kashiri, Vijay and Nagra, Lanka, and to so many other cities. And now, I do not know what is good or bad. I have learned this from a suckling baby. From a suckling baby. Still smiling, Nityananda replied, "Listen, Goswami, you don't have to unnecessarily agree with a mere child. I am well aware of your position and fame. Please just consider my proposal, as I am the elder, and forgive us for whatever has happened." Upon hearing praise, the sannyasi became once again amiable, and requested his guests to take food. Nevertheless, Lord Nityananda said, "We must leave right away, since urgent business must be attended to. But you can pack some edibles for us, which we can eat on the way after our bath." Then sannyasi insisted, "Take your bath here, take your meal, and after a cooling rest, you can be on your way again." The two supreme personalities had descended to this mortal world for the sole purpose of delivering the most fallen souls. And so they decided to spend more time with the householder sannyasi. They washed away their weariness in the cooling waters of the Ganga and then returned to the sannyasi's dwelling. They offered some ripe mangoes, jackfruit, and milk to Lord Krishna, and then relished the prasadam in the presence of their pleased host. The sannyasi was following the left-handed school of Shakti worship, which condones the consumption of liquor. The sannyasi indirectly made this known to Lord Nityananda. He said, "Listen, Shripada, shall I bring us some happiness? How often will I get guests like you?" Nityananda, who has himself traveled widely and has seen much, understood this sannyasi was addicted to alcohol. The sannyasi repeated several times whether he should bring happiness or not, and Nityananda replied each time, we must leave right now." The sannyasi's wife was sitting to one side looking at the two lords, whom she felt were far more... Excuse me. That's going to keep ringing, one moment. The sannyasi's wife was sitting to one side, looking at the two lords, whom she felt were far more charming than Cupid. She gazed at them as if in meditation. Speaking up, she corrected her husband, saying, "Why are you disturbing them during their eating?" Vishwamba inquired, aside to Nityananda, of what happiness is he speaking? Lord Nityananda replied, "I think he means liquor." Calling out Hari's name, Chaitanya immediately remembered Sri Vishnu and quickly rinsing their mouths and hands, the two lords left the house. They walked to the bank of the Ganga and jumped in with all their clothes on and swam downstream all the way to Santipur, to Advaita Acharya's house. The Lord shows his mercy to a lecherous drunkard, but annihilates Vedantists, if they are offensive to devotees and the Lord himself. Although this so-called sannyasi was a drunkard and intimately associated with women, still the Lord visited his dwelling. He conversed with the sannyasi and gave him instructions, rested, ate in his house. The sannyasi may not become fully purified in this life and may have to wait for another birth. However, the agnostics who criticize the Lord and his devotees will never become eligible to receive the Lord's mercy. Even if one be a sannyasi, still that does not make one eligible to meet the Supreme Lord. This is evident from the incident with the sannyasi which occurred in Varanasi. The last section of this book narrates that when Lord Caitanya went to Kashi, many residents and many sannyasis heard the news of his arrival. The sannyasis were joyful to receive the news and were eager to meet him, since they had heard so much about his exceptional characteristics. These sannyasis were all Vedantists, impersonalists, well versed in intellectual matters and in performing various orchestras. As lifelong residents of Kashi, they were well respected. All their impressive qualifications were undermined by a single fault. They taught and explained the Vedanta devoid of the science of devotion to Lord Vishnu. Lord Caitanya, in the supersoul within each individual's heart, and thus he was aware of this. Hence, although he visited Kashi, he did not give these sannyasis the opportunity to meet him. In Varanasi, he stayed in Ramachandapuri, Math for 2 months without revealing his whereabouts, and spent most of his time in Chandraskara's house. He left Varanasi 2 days before the Vishnu Rupa Kashura, the special shaving ceremony on the special full moon day during Chatra Masya, which is followed by the Mayavadi sannyasis, He left without public knowledge, and only later did the sannyasis come to know that they had missed seeing him. The offense of criticizing the Lord or his devotees, even just once, steals a man of proper intelligence. The sannyasis did not feel any remorse at not meeting the Lord. Furthermore, they said, "We are all sannyasis. Why did he leave without first speaking to us? What was the reason? Could he not wait 2 days and perform the special shaving ceremony, Vishnu Rupa?" Vishnu Rupa, Kishura. By avoiding this ceremony, he has neglected the duties of this order. Okay, I'm going to stop because my mouth is going funny. Is that all right, Maria? You want me to go on? You need to turn your mic on. I can't hear you.
No, don't. Please do stop. We have been here for more than 2 hours. I need to have a shower and things as well. So
Thank
it
you.
was beautiful to
Maharaj is
hear.
back now.
Oh, good. I need a shower. And the
Yeah,
poor
I
reader,
think that's.
her voice
Hey,
is
thank you
so,
very much, everybody.
yeah.
And
Thank
yeah, that's great,
you.
man. Yeah.
So
So
good.
this is it. Lord Chaitanya rules. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Have a nice day, everybody. All
Hare
Thank
glories
Krishna.
to
God.
Lord
Thank you.
Chaitanya.
Thank you, Lord
Hare
Chaitanya, and Jesus Christ. Bye. I'm gonna have a shower now.